So we're joined again today by attorney Michael AB Robbins of C and Cummings, and he's in Westboro, 45 Linman Street. What floor are you on now? Second floor?
Second floor. I have been for like 5 years.
Yeah, but you moved your office. It's like a shell game.
Yeah.
You go up there all the time. You used to be in the little office downstairs in the breezeway, then upstairs, down the hall.
Down the hall.
You need to have one of those Apple
trackers,
iTags or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
You want to spend a moment and talk about 5 things to think about when you're doing wire transfer.
First, you really want to make sure you know who is going to be the recipient. When you have any question about that, you want to call the recipient directly. Don't use the number on the wiring instructions or on the email. Assume that those instructions and the email may be compromised. So if you know you're going to be sending the money to Gary, call Gary, verify those instructions. The second is really be aware that prior to any holiday weekend is really when the fraudsters really try to target and push the falsified emails and records, because that's going to give them more time to move and launder that money. The third thing is you really want to be aware of how fraudsters think. They really want to sit and wait. So you could have an email that's been compromised for months, and what happens is they've been waiting for those months for a situation for them to pounce. Fourth, you really want to talk to your own financial institution to make sure if they're the ones remitting the funds, that they have the correct instructions. You just don't want to take the printout form that's been compromised, hand it over and say, here you go. It's the last best chance to keep your money. Fifth, you really just want to be working with a team of professionals that you know and trust. What happens is in today's age, where everything is too busy for this or that and time is of the essence. Listen, this is sometimes hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Let me tell you, it's worth a couple extra minutes to ensure that your funds are going to the right place.
You know, a lot of attorneys use fax these days, and it's kind of a throwback to, the age of the dinosaurs.
It's so funny. Most people don't have the fax. And so what I do with clients, because I give them my cell phone, is I text them my wiring instructions. I almost never email the instructions because, again, the text is slightly more secure than the emails.
I remember years ago being responsible for corporate communications for large companies. We're talking Fidelity, Wellington Management, things like that. And if there was like a networking problem, we could sit, plug into the network, and literally watch the communication go back and forth. I believe in encryption because a lot of that stuff gets sent clear.
Yeah.
And it's just a recipe for disaster.
That's exactly right. And it is really those emails. And it sounds simple. Redo your password quarterly. Make it more complicated because they have algorithms and programs. They know your kids' names. They know your kids' right? Like they've got it. So try to be creative with respect to changing those passwords.
How long is your password?
My password, if they allow it, 14 characters. So, and I change mine quarterly. I have a reminder in my calendar to change passwords quarterly.
I want to ask things that are funny. Like, so you go from long password A to long password B to long password C. No, don't, let's not go there.
Oh, my client that almost lost $650,000. I've used a saying that I used during this process as my latest password because
we have had clients that fall into the category that you were describing, someone that's just not as computer literate.
That's it.
Where, they say, I don't know what to do. And we send them stuff by, .loop or DocuSign, and we say, here, it's easy, just sign it. And they're like, I don't know what to do. So there are more times that I'd like to admit to where we've packed up, gone over to someone's house.
I did it yesterday.
And sat there and said, here, let's walk through this together.
Absolutely.
And at the point we're going to someone's house, we're taking paper anyway. Because I don't want to worry about whether their network works and all that nonsense.
It's honestly, it's how it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to do 4 originals. I mean, it is, and it's not that hard.
No.
You know, people like to think like, oh God, it's so difficult. It's so time consuming.
Right.
Simmer down.
All right. I want to thank you for coming out and doing
thanks
the
for having me.
second episode with us today.
All right.
Thank you.